be okay. I'm going to be your host. My name is Ellen, and welcome to the Vibes and Ventz Show. We are proudly sponsored by the Cliche Foundation, always faithful. And also, you can follow us on our YouTube channel or at the Cliche Foundation, also on Instagram and also on TikTok and Facebook. Kindly remember to share, like, and comment on all our social media pages, and also make sure you follow. Thank you very much, and I hope everyone is fine. And if I've not met you, okay, today we are live on Facebook, so please kindly update your status so that everyone will see that we are live on Facebook, so that they can meet us there. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, if I have not met you, we've not spoken this year. Happy New Year to you. Thank you very much, and let's go straight to the topic of today. And today we are going to go fast with the sex in digital age. Then we tackle the story that is on our WhatsApp group. Thank you. Okay, so I'll start straight away. Sex in digital age. Do we have any? Has digital technology enhanced or diminished the quality of this relationship? But before we get to the question, I want to ask everyone, Kwame, Benjamin, and Bernice. I'll start with Bernice. What is sex in digital age? Bernice.
Hello, I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Bernice, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. So thank you. Good evening. It's another episode. I'm glad to be here, and I hope those joining us are going to also learn from our discussion from wherever they are watching us. So I think, well, sex in today's digital age, to me, I would say that it's almost becoming the norm. And now we've seen a lot of changes as compared to what was before technology came. And now we have a lot of ventures, or there are a lot of channels or mediums that people use when it comes to sex education in particular. So I would say that at first, what we used to know about sex education, or what we used to know about sex before, how everything was, is no more like that now because of technology. People are trying to devise, and I think the negative aspect is becoming more than the positive. And it's hurting people, it's putting people in danger, especially young people. So yes, for me, I think sex in the digital age has come to stay, but is bringing a lot of negative influence to the youth.
Okay, Benjamin. Thank you very much, Bernice. Benjamin.
Yes, good evening to everyone joining us. Yes, so what I will add to what Bennett said is that today the digitalization or the digital world has made it very easy for anyone to have access to something that is sexual. We know of something called sexting now, to which it wasn't there before. The internet has made it so open, so wide that anybody, anywhere, any age can have access to anything with regard to sex. And there's the advantages and there's the disadvantages of that. So I think as the discussion goes on, we'll delve more into that. That's a little after that.
Benjamin, your voice was kind of low. We did not really get your submission. If you could, thank you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. So what I was saying was that Today's digital age has caused many people, regardless of their age, to have access to sexual content or matters that would have been in our time or back in the day, we would say secluded for only adults. And there's something that is very basic that even JHS students, primary students do, that is sexting. Previously, we didn't have anything like sexting, but now it's there. And that alone is the start of being exposed to sexual content. The internet has made it so much that you could get pornographic materials, you could consume unethical substances on the internet. And I'm sure as we do, the discussion goes on, we are going to delve more into it. There's the advantages to it, and there's the disadvantages to it. So we'll delve more into that as the discussion goes on.
Okay, thank you very much. Ebenezer.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I hope you all had a great week. So please, can you repeat the question for me?
I want to know your understanding of sex in the digital age.
Okay, so when we say sex education, okay, so basically, well, it has to do with an education that is related to our sexual life. Okay, so as adults and then as young people, there's a need for us to know our sexual education, our sexual life, okay, as in the body part and then what goes on in the body. Okay, so as we are growing, there is a whole lot of changes happening in our system. Okay, so when somebody reaches an adult stage, okay, or a teenage stage, there's a need for you to educate the person, for him or her to know how best he can control his sexual desires and all these stuff, right? Yes. So there's this how do I say? There's a topic in social life that we normally call teenage pregnancy, right? So with teenage pregnancy, it normally happens as a result of a teenage engaging in what sexual activities. Okay, so if you don't want this teenage pregnancy to happen, we need to educate the young ones to take a full responsibility of their sexual life, how to live a responsible, life without any uninterrupted sex. When this pregnancy do occurs, it really affects their achievements or their goals at the end. So that is a little I can say for now.
Okay, thank you very much. I can see that Justine, Mary Justine.
Hello. Can you hear
Yes.
Kwame Selassie, if you can also give us just 30 seconds of the understanding of the sex in the digital age. Then we move forward to our questionings.
Okay, so sex in the digital age right now is very broad. I'll say like it's a broad topic, and also sometimes, let me use like Baumia's terms. Digitization has brought to us that sex can be like, let's say, particularly is on the internet. It refers to the impact of social behavior, including some finding partners online, accessing sexual information, and also expressing sexuality. And also sometimes it leads to new forms of intimacy and challenges related to let's say some of the privacy and online safety. But for the internet, it has made accessing sex and all those kind of porn site easy. So sometimes when you're online and you want to just like click on something, sometimes there are some pop-ups that come on your page, which like are not even necessary, but there are some kind of sexual contents which pops up sometimes. And if you are very inquisitive, you like to go further and see what's there, and also to I think maybe as the time goes on, we'll know more about those things.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Selassie, for that submission. Okay, if Justine could hear me, can you also bring your submission or tell us about something later in 30 seconds? So that, but if okay, Justine, is it Justina?
It's Justina. You can call me Mary.
Okay, Mary. Okay, Mary's fine. Thank you. All right, Mary. What will you tell us about the sex in the digital age? What do you understand, or what do you think you can throw light on when it comes to sex in the digital age, in today's world?
I'll say there's been a change as compared to like when we were growing up, and like sex was more covered up, like a taboo subject. And then now it's like in our movies, in our songs, everywhere, with advertising and everything. So in the digital age, sex has become like a commodity. However, it would be appreciated if like there's much more sexual education to like add onto the exposure in the because of technology.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your submission and for that wonderful submissions that you have. So now let's go straight. You think that digital technology has enhanced or diminished the quality of intimate relationships? I'll start with you, Ebenezer. Do you think digital technology has enhanced or has it diminished? Do you think it has enhanced or diminished the quality of intimate relationships? Because today people are kissing and it's on the internet. People are getting broken hearts on the internet. Everything that happens in their relationship is on the internet. So do you think it has enhanced or it has diminished the quality of intimate relationships? Ebenezer. Okay, I think okay, Ebenezer.
I'm sorry. Please, can you please come again with my question?
Okay, my question. Okay, you just be preparing. I'll get back to you. Benjamin.
Okay, so I think technology has both enhanced and diminished the quality of relationship. It's a 50-50 thing. There's a positive side to technology. It enhances communication between marriage mates and spouse and husbands and wives, and they're able to share videos, enhance their communication. It builds their communication, and that's the positive side. And yet too, there's a negative side of it where there's a lot of distraction on the internet. So there's a lot of distraction in the digital age. So you come to a home, you see that the man and the woman are sitting down together, but both of them are on their phones. That one too is a negative side of it. And also, just as you said, anything that happens in a relationship, it's out there, it affects people emotionally, psychologically. So in my own perspective, technology or digitalization has positively impacted relationships and also negatively impacted relationships. 50-50.
Okay, all right. Dennis?
Hello.
Yeah, Dennis, we can hear you.
Yes, so
Did they let me see your face?
yes, where I am, I mean, all my family members are here. It's a bit crowded here, so I have to turn off my camera.
All right. Okay.
So I think for me personally, I think it has diminished the quality of intimate relationship, in the sense that I believe intimate relationship should be private. To me, I think it's a private issue. But now, due to digitalization, due to technology, I mean, like he said, people get their hearts broken, and it's on the internet. If your partner and you are fighting, it's on people. Some people don't mind putting it out there, and it's not the best. Something that is intimate should be private. So I don't see the need for it to be out there for the whole world to see. And we know the internet never forgets. So sometimes people forget that, and then they go ahead to do these things. And in the end, probably that relationship has not yet led to marriage. And when it's time for that, you start encountering all sorts of issues because of what you did on the internet some time back. So I think it has really diminished the quality of intimate relationship.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to be running today because we have some a story that we would have to digest at the end of the day. Then we go to our trending issues of the day. So I may ask one question per person, or two people answering. Then I go to the next question. So okay, so Mary, can you also has technology enhanced or has it diminished our intimate relationships? Then we move from there to the next question.
I don't know if it has enhanced or even diminished our relationship. I feel like it'll be around the same thing. It's just that now, because of technology, things are exposed now. So, for example, when we're growing up, there was still like sexual deviancies and like rape and abuse and all that. But then people like cover it down, or like you hear of like people going to see like someone rape someone, and then their family will go see the other person's family to be like, oh, don't take it to the police, blah blah. So like everything was done in the dark. But then now, because of technology, you hear of like different stories, or like you see videos and things like that. So it's more of like the exposure of things. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Mary. Okay, to my next question: is digital consent as valid as physical consent? I'll start with Stella.
And please come again.
Is digital consent as valid as physical consent?
No,
Okay,
because
tell us why you are saying no. Why is it not as valid as a physical consent? Because
no,
today,
because
in today's world, if I should be FaceTiming you, if I should be video calling you, or I should be texting you and all that, it should be enough for me to have your contact.
no, sometimes you see those things are done behind closed doors, and sometimes it can be like, let's say, you see, let me just make this example. You see those dating sites, people like fall in love without knowing who they are with. Everything can be like, let's say, it can be a scam, like those fraud boys. Let me just put it that way. Those love scams, they're all done
Okay.
online. They are not like any, like there's no physical touch or anything, like there's no physical meetups or anything. So everything done behind a screen, it can be real or fake. So that's what I'll say. It can be real or fake because you've not seen the person. So like the person can show you a video of himself, but that's not him. It could be a video of someone, but the person just pretending to be this person just to extort something from you or anything from you. So I'll say it's not enough. I think like the physical is better than the digital. But
The digitalization that everybody is now, because someone meets someone, let's say high five for Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and they start talking and they are falling in love, and they sometimes become on the internet. So
and it's
you would prefer the physical, let's meet somewhere, let's have one-on-one talk,
yeah,
than
talk.
you doing
Just
the FaceTime.
just try to get to know each other. Just
Okay.
that's better than the digital. It could be a
So
lie.
you don't, so you there, you do not believe in that digital whatever.
I believe in it like that. Let's say that would be a secondary option to go to. Like that would be my secondary option after the physical. Then okay, I've seen you. I know how you are. okay, I know what you like, I know what you don't like. So the second option would be the digital, because that one will also help us keep in touch. I think that's fine.
Okay. All right, Ebenezer.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Ebenezer.
Yes.
Tell us what you think about the digital or physical consent. Is it as valid? Are the two valid? Which one will you go for? Which one will you prefer?
Well, I'll say that everything has advantage and then it also has what's disadvantage. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So one advantage of the digital aspect is that you get the opportunity to learn so many things that in the physical world you wouldn't be exposed to it so much. Okay. During those old age, the digitalization was not much, right? But this time around, everywhere you go, there is access to information online. Okay, so once
Okay.
you don't get this opportunity, or once you don't get the education in the house, you can also get the information online, right? So let me chip in this example. Currently, the Kuche Foundation brought this proposal about dating, right? And
Ebenezer, you're okay.
can you please hear me?
No, I wanted to draw your attention to the online breaking.
Come again, my line.
Yes. It's okay, we can
Are you
hear
saying
you
you're not
now.
hearing me?
No, we can hear you now.
Okay, so I'm saying that the digital has an advantage and it also has a disadvantage, right? So one advantage of the digital aspect in relative in respect to the question, okay, so it promotes healthy relationship, okay. So as adults, we are able to learn educative programs online, okay, and we are able to use those informations very well, right? Yeah, but in
Yes.
sometimes you wouldn't get the opportunity to hear these things from your parents, as in how to live your life without um getting distracted by these sexual activities. Okay. Yeah. So I think the digital is really playing a vital role despite its disadvantages.
So you're going to choose a
That's what I
digital
would say
over the
for now.
all right, sure. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Ebenezer. Thank you very much, Ebenezer. Okay, so to our next question, I'll start with Mary. Mary, should parents and schools be responsible for teaching sexual ethics? Do you think that it's okay for our parents to start or our schools to start teaching sexual ethics? Or do you think that we should be left to find out on our own like it has been for the past?
I don't find anything wrong with like sexual education in schools, especially because when I was in like JSS in Ghana, we had sex education. Like they had someone come teach us like how to put a condom on and things like that. I feel like it's important. The only thing that we have a problem with is how early. For example, in Canada, there was a time where people were protesting because they were trying to have sex education as early as in grade 3, which is like, yeah, very, very young. So that's the only problem. But then I feel like if the children are old enough, maybe in their uh 11 years or up, they should be educated in schools, especially because most parents are not willing to sit down and have like a sexual conversation with their children. So children are then left with, and they are exposed to social media at like a very young age. So now they are having to like find out things on their own, or like talk to their friends, which their friends also don't know much about sexual interaction. So it will help if teachers are the ones to be like, okay, this is how to be like healthy, or yeah.
Will you teach your kids about
Me.
sex?
The problem is sex is a very hard subject to talk about. Would I teach my kids about sex? I think I'll leave it to the school to talk to them. But like,
But they're your children. Your first point of contact. You are their first point of contact before the school. So why can't you? Why are you sure of your own kids?
so you know how they say some parents tell their children, "Oh, if you hug a man, you get pregnant." I'll be one of those.
Thank you very much, Mary. Mary will take us back to. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you very much. Francis, what's your take? Francis?
Yeah, I'm back. My line is kind of
Is kind of terrible. So should I
so.
repeat the question?
Yes, please.
Okay, should parents and schools be responsible for teaching digital sexual ethics?
I think like it should be like both ways, because
Okay.
it should be both ways. Because in
So
school they
should it
learn.
be mandatory? They being responsible, like usually from the past, that was not there. You have to find out on your own.
Yeah,
But
like sometimes now in schools at a certain age, it's part of their syllabus, so they just hint on it. So when they hint on it, they so like as curious as the child will be, they come home and come and ask their parents. So that's when your parents, you have to sit them down and just brush it on a bit. When you see them acting, hiding in the dark, making some calls and everything, but in this kind of situations, with the men, it's easy, but it's the women. With the men, it's easy, but it's the women. That's the hard part. So that one, some mothers are also shy to also sit their children down, especially the women down, and talk to them. But some mothers wouldn't even talk to the boys, let's say their male children, about such stuff. They wait for them to bring a lady home first. Most of them, they wait for them to bring a lady home first before they start asking them a lot of questions, which was supposed to be asked, like, let's say,
so they can teach you in parables.
yes. But like with the ladies, if they start going out late, that's when they start questioning them and all this stuff. So I think both parties need to play a role in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're right.
Okay, Ebenezer. Ebenezer.
Yes.
What's
Yes,
your
please, I
take?
can hear you.
Okay, what's your take? Should parents and schools be responsible for teaching digital sexual ethics?
Please come again.
Should parents and schools be responsible for teaching digital sexual ethics?
Okay, well, I think it's the responsibility of parents to guide their kids on the social media. Okay, you the kids may not know that going into some information that are let me say that are too bad. Let me put it that way. So I think it's their responsibility to teach them. With the social media, we have some materials that are not useful, as in the pornographic materials. They are not useful to the kids. Okay. So the parents should play a role in guiding them that, oh, Kojo, when you go to the social media, there are certain areas, there are certain materials that you have to read on them so that they can help you build on your vocabs, they can help you build on your knowledge. That will help you academically. So I think they need to play that role.
Realize the kids are very curious And now tablets and phones are very available to especially teenagers and even kids under 10. So how do we solve that?
Yeah, I know some
Because they may
kids are very cute. Yeah, I know that, I know some are very, very curious, okay, but you need to tell them the dangers involved in it, right? That, or maybe Abena, when you go to the social media and watch these pornographic materials, okay, at the end of the day, you become so addicted to it that anytime your parents are not available, you get a chance to go there and then watch it, and you become so addicted to it, right? The material they are supposed to, watch when they go to the social media, so as to not to, endanger themselves into anything. So yeah, so they need to
Okay.
tell them
So
the
according
dangers
to
involved
this,
in.
okay. Okay, so Ebenezer is
Yeah.
telling us that parents and schools should be responsible for teaching digital sexual ethics. So I think that's enough. And also Francis also made reference to that of Mary. So I'll go to the next question. I'm going to throw it at Benjamin. Benjamin, is digital infidelity as damaging as physical damaging? Damaging and damaging.
Thank you for the question.
Okay.
Digital infidelity. It's even highly damaging than, let's say, physical infidelity, or the literal ones we know, because when it comes to the digital side, everybody is going to get hit of it. Previously, maybe just a few people will know that this is a negative thing coming out of your relationship, but then online, when something happens and it gets online, mostly it just blows up and everybody gets to hear of it. And then you see that it causes you it has an emotional toll on you. There was a research done some time ago that says that humans are more prone to negative things than to positive things. If you have a white sheet and a black dot there, you ask somebody, what do you see? The person will not say, I see white all around. They'll say, I see a black dot. So once something negative goes online, as little as it is, it blows up, and then it goes a long way to affect your relationship mentally, emotionally. So in my opinion, I think that the digital infidelity is a bit higher than physical. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ebenezer. Bennett.
I also think that digital infidelity is much more damaging than the physical one, because we all know, I'm sure we've all heard or we've all experienced people's issues come up on the internet, like specifically digital infidelity. And some of us knew, or some of us saw where it ended or where it went, the extent it went, the damage it caused the parties involved. So I think it's very, very dangerous, because, when it comes to technology, someone can do this. You can do multiple things at a time. Unlike, I know physically, some people can also do that, but let's look at the digital aspect. You can do multiple things at a time. And if probably someone is into this act, into that, when these issues blow up, it's not going to be as when it's the physical, maybe some people, just a scene will be caused, few people will be around to witness, and that is it. We are gone. We've all gone to our homes or wherever. But when it comes to digital, everywhere, like people who do not even know you, get to know of what has happened. Yes, they're going to have a bit of your private life. They're going to have something to say. People in different countries, places, and that is the dangerous aspect of it. You never know where you end up, or you never know where you're going to find yourself. So if such things should come up, especially public figures, we know of some public figures who have been through this, we saw their stories come up, and till today, I don't think, even though it has died off, if you had to raise it again, people are definitely going to have a lot to say. So I think digital infidelity is very dangerous. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, I thought it was my internet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think Ellen had internet problems. We've been having this all day from Ghana. No problem. Bernice, are you the last person to go for that question?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So the next question was about has technology made traditional marriage customs outdated? Like meeting somebody on a date, not on a dating app, but on social media, and then marrying them without doing the proper investigation. Because in the past, our parents used to do the investigation for us. When we came to a little bit of the social media age, we try and understand and also investigate the person by ourselves. But it looks like social media has put those two things away, and people just jump into dating and marriages now without doing the proper investigation or the family getting to know the other family very well. Do you think technology has done this, or you think it's still happening? It's just that it's an individual thing. Let's start with Benjamin.
All right, so I think not only digitalization, but then society in itself has changed drastically. Previously, our parents would used to make that arrangement for us. They say, I had an old man who was a friend, and I asked him, how did you meet your wife? He said, I was there, and my mother brought her to me, and I married her. I was like, oh, daddy, oh, really? I asked another man, he was like, oh, she was the only one available at that time, and her family had a good name. So because of that, I married her. In our time today, we now go out and look for our own people, whoever we want to settle with. And digitalization or the digital world has added to it, such that you meet someone on, there are stories where people met on Instagram, met on Facebook, and are married. They met on social media and are married. So yes, digitalization has changed the normal way we meet people. It has its advantages and disadvantages. To be honest, it has improved it in a way, and it has also disturbed it in a way. So yes, that's my thought is it has really affected how we meet people. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And sorry about that break. Okay, so let's go to Francis.
I don't know, my this one is freezing. Please, can you repeat the question again?
Okay, so I'll okay. So the question is, has technology made traditional marriage customs like thorough family investigations of each spouse background, expectations are dated? Because growing up, our forefathers, our fathers or grandfathers would tell us that before you get married, you have to go to the family to check of any history of madness, how do you call it, theft, whether they are thieves, there's armed robbery in their how do you call it, in their bloodline, if there is barrenness, etc., etc. before that. But dating someone, so that is how it used to be. But in today's digital world, we find people on social media, then we get married to them. Okay, after a few weeks or months, without any proper this thing. So do you think that technology has made traditional custom like all that I mentioned of each other's, is it outdated?
It's not, but sometimes it depends on how like sunk the person is in the digital world. Some people they take it too serious. Sometimes they take their advices from movies, those telenovelas. After watching those like telenovela, that's how they want their life to be. So they start going online, so start like portraying those kind of attitude, and like they think that that's true love. So maybe someone found theirs online, so they think that okay, so like they think that they can also get theirs online, but little do they know that all hands are not equal. Maybe she was lucky and she got hers online. Maybe you might not be. You might not. Maybe yours might be a scam, or maybe yours might be something else. But sometimes I think maybe the old way of finding love was kind of better in a way, but not you knowing about the person, like family bringing them to you. Okay, get married, but they just join hands together and they bless it. No, but I think maybe you getting to know each other before you take a step is better than that way. So I think you just have to fuse it a bit, fuse both of them a bit, like a bit of the old and new, and the digitalization to is will be fine. Yeah, I think that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Francis. Let's go to Mary. Mary, what do you think?
Can you say the thing? Can you repeat the question again? Has digital age made it easier for us now?
Excuse me, Ebenezer. Okay. Thank Mary. Kindly continue.
Yeah, I was asking if you could please repeat the question.
Okay, so do you think that social media or digital age has outdated traditional way of finding a spouse? Let me put it that way.
Yes. Only because now there's more people are meeting people online more, so there's more like people meeting on Facebook, Instagram, and then there's also the dating apps that people meet on.
Do you
As
think it's the
compared,
best?
do I think it's the best way to meet people? No. Because now there's a disconnect. Before, you would go out and a man would approach you, and that's how you get to like know them. But then now it's more so like even when you go out, there's no men like coming to approach you. So that's like it creates a disconnect, and it's like they only relationships have become more casual and more like fast, where it's like people are people are not putting effort into their relationships anymore. So like they feel like, oh, there's an app. For example, if you piss me off, I can just go and like swipe, and I'll find somebody else. So it's like, why am I putting effort into the relationship anyway? But then before, when it was like in person, it's harder for people to like people will cherish their partners more because they don't want to lose them. So it has affected us in a bad way.
Okay, so meaning before, Mary is telling us that before, relationships or getting hitched was a big deal, where families go do the hitching or bring you a wife. We don't go out. Today that we say our eyes have opened, we are going to find our own thing. We are getting it wrong. Wow, it's a whole lot of things. So in the next minute, we are going to discuss the story of the day. The story of the day is on our platform, and yesterday we were having a little discussion. If I believe we are all on the page. We are on the page, so we've read the story.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, what do you make? Should she consider divorce, knowing very well that my husband, my heart, my everything, my love of my life, hasn't whether the goat was pregnant. The story is a funny one and also a sad one, and I don't know how to feel about it. But I'll start with Dennis. What do you think? Dennis? Okay. Benny seems to be gone. let me start with Ebenezer. Ebenezer, kindly, your background is kind of noisy, so if you could manage, help us a little.
Okay, is it okay now?
Okay, all right. Yes,
Can you
it
hear?
is.
Okay,
Okay, so
so
before we go on, let me just read through the story, okay?
I think
I just want to read
I
through
think in
the
the
story.
the question I'll all right.
Let me read through the story, Ebenezer. Sorry. I'm married to a very lovely man. I'm madly in love with him. Despite this love, there was a shocking revelation from my husband to which I want to seek divorce. The issue is that my husband is into commercial farming and spends some time on the farm. For the past 8 months, I realized my husband's sexual appetite has gone down. I did everything, but nothing positive came out of my efforts. So, 3 weeks ago, we all went to spend a weekend at the farmhouse as a family. On our second day, I noticed one goat fell and was on the floor. So I decided to check together with one of our workers. I was, however, shocked when he confided in me that the goat spends time with my husband in his room anytime he comes to the farm. In fact, he went further to show me how loose its anus has become due to my husband's suspected sexual activities with the goat. According to him, even when the goat was pregnant, he still sends it to his farm room. To be honest, it's still sending him to his farm room. To be honest, I almost collapsed when my husband confessed this and asked for my forgiveness. Will I be wicked to divorce him? Because I now understand why he never had any sexual appetite for me anymore. This is this is a story that we picked from one page on Facebook. So now I'm back to you. Ebenezer, please. What should do?
Yes, I'm coming. So with the story, I don't actually know what came into the the mindset of the man to do such an act. Okay, so I think first place, if the wife is so interested in the marriage and then she wants the marriage to work out, probably probably I mean ask God for the song is so strange. It's too strange. So I think he needs to seek God intervention in this matter for the first time, and then again to ask the husband why he did that. I'm sure the man too might have something like that.
Thank you. Benny.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Benny.
Well, personally, this story, well, I think there's more to it because I mean on a normal, I was when I started reading, I was expecting probably the woman found out her husband cheated on her with a human being, not knowing an animal, and that's absurd. It's abnormal for anyone to do that, and I think she'll be right. I mean, it will be reasonable for her to seek or to want a divorce because this is not something I would personally I can easily forgive and forget. It's going to be very, very difficult. I mean, if I am to forgive the person and still stay married, how are you going to see your partner? I mean, when you are even in bed or when you are together sitting down, how are you going to it will just come to your mind, and it's really going to damage whatever relationship you have. So I think she has all the right to want a divorce.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bernie. Benjamin.
I agree with Benes 100%. When I read the story, I was like, hey, nah.
It's going
If
on.
I was, nah, nah, nah.
You are speechless. See, that's why I said it's funny. It's very disgusting. And
She should just run. She should just run away, because what is the guarantee that something of the nature will not happen again, and it has not even been happening? There's a risk of infections. There's a risk of that. Nah, she's not right to seek for a divorce at all. Let her just go. It's very wrong. That's my opinion, though. Yeah.
all right, so thank you. It looks like Benjamin is more disgusted as a man more than even the woman. So, Mary, what do you think? What's your reaction about this whole thing? Because judging from your face, I can't tell.
It's wickedness. That man is wicked. And there's a lot of men like that where it's like, but then you know how Benjamin is saying we don't know how long he's been doing it for. That actually makes me interested, because it's like how long, like how long has he been doing it? Is it from childhood? And like what even made him want to do this? Because like did he have this issue and then he's like, oh yeah, let me get a farm and then I'll have access? That's even worse to think of. But either way, I don't know. As a woman, I'll feel betrayed and I'll be angry, because this is something that we should have, or I should have known before getting married to you. But then you also have to think of like how he has put his wife in danger, because he basically is having sex. Even a man having sex with a man is a lot, it comes with a lot of risk, as in like sexual infections. So to think of that with like a goat, that's like you're putting your wife in danger. So it's very like selfish of him and wrong. And
Even himself.
yes, even himself, but he probably doesn't even care, because he's all for like the pleasure of the
He
time.
loves goats.
But yeah, he needs prayers, and I don't know. I don't think anybody can help him. You're not
Exactly, he needs
judging.
prayers.
Okay,
You know,
Ebenezer.
this story, there's more into it.
Okay. Tell
So
us
he
the more.
needs prayers. Okay, so this is the time that the lady has to, I mean, step in and then pray consistently and then seriously for the husband. Okay.
Great.
Because it is
So
not
should she
something real.
consider the divorce? Ebenezer?
Oh no, she the husband. Okay, she shouldn't.
Okay.
You know, this is the first time he has observed something like that. Okay.
It's been going on for some time.
It is not something often he has been doing it. You get it?
He's been doing it for 8 months.
8
That
months.
is like,
And
oh sorry.
the wife, how many times has she seen it? How many times?
He said his sexual libido went down about 8 months ago, according to the story, because he was hardly. I think the man was sexual. He had sexual stamina. If you read the story carefully, to my understanding, he was the man on fire. But all of a sudden, all that dropped. And when he started visiting the farm about 8 months ago, and even when the goat was pregnant, the man didn't have pity on the goat. It's animal abuse.
I'm dying.
Okay, thank you very much, Ebenezer. Francis, have you said anything about this?
Okay, for me, like I just want to know who is the father of the pregnancy? Who is
Responsible.
responsible for the pregnancy?
Of the goat?
Of the goat, cause for him, there's some way. So so like maybe like because the goat got pregnant, maybe he decided to give the goat a special treatment in his room because maybe he can be the father. I'm sure maybe he's responsible. So maybe some special delivery, but I don't know about goat. Anyway, but I think something triggered this because it can't be normal.
What
Either
can
maybe
trigger a man wanting to have sexual intercourse with an animal?
yeah, because I don't know like what kind of
No
fantasy they
matter
have.
how your wife may have stabbed you,
Yeah,
even
but
though
they are
you're a goat,
no, but like so I don't know what kind of like fantasy that he has because this fantasy
it's
is not
wild.
it's not even a fantasy. This is sorry to say, but I can't say that word. No, this
They
is
will ban us.
yeah. Hey, no, I'm
Okay.
sorry, but
Okay.
I can't say anything.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you very much, Francis. Gloria, do you have anything to say about our goat man? Fine goat. Before we move to I think we have another story that we're going to do, right?
Yeah, but I don't have any opinions about that issue. I just don't have any.
All right, sure, thank you. Okay, so
I'll just share the next story.
okay, sure. It can be. Let me have it. So we go by. Before we go to the trending, so just have a clue about our trending stories, secondary schools, the bullying, and also there is something called rainbow paths. I don't know if any of it. And we'll talk about politics where the appointments, some appointments where whatever is going on. And also, why are Nigerian men in Ghana marrying our women? Okay. Okay, so I'm currently facing a challenge and don't know what to do. My challenge is that I have been secretly admiring my pastor's wife until I could not stand it again. So I discussed with one of my friends. I thought he would insult and rebuke me, but surprisingly, he rather gave me a brilliant idea that worked. So he told me to drop a note on paper for her since I was shy and scared. All I wrote was, "Mom, I admire you." To my surprise, she was sexually starving. Whoa, hallelujah, Holy Mary. So she ran for it, and we have been having sexual relationship for 6 months now. My dilemma is that she has already had 3 abortions for me. And at this point, I want out because I'm scared of the ramifications. But she says if I do, she would rather confess to her husband and get a divorce so that the cost will be on my head. What should I do? What should I rather do? I'd rather find me a pussy. What should I rather do? What should I rather do? Let me start with the name. Francis. If you had to be in the shoe of this poster, what are you going to? Hello, Francis? Okay, Francis?
hello.
Okay.
First of all, he should have like prevented it because moving to a married woman, first, she's married. Secondly, she's a pastor's wife. I know that some pastors don't give attention to their wife and they focus more on the church than their wife. So sometimes their wives too, they are not sticks, they're not woods. They have feelings. They have feelings too. So anybody that will show interest in them or give them a little attention that they don't get from their husband, they kind of like give in easily because sometimes they say they are not they are still sexually active. So I think maybe it's the pastor's fault, but the guy, what he's doing is not right. After doing 3 abortions, after even after the first one, you should have just closed the bar. No, you went on to do it again without protection. Also, too, Now he's scared of what will happen. Nothing will happen. He should just call it off. Nothing will happen. Just go and see the pastor. Since it's a pastor, there's no way he will shoot you or he will kill you because of the fear of God in him. Just apologize and just apologize and that's all. And give your life to Christ. There'll be a way. There's no way she'll do any divorce. She will be the one in shame because she's a pastor's wife and society will see her to be like some bad person. But the guy, you the guy, you can just leave the church and just escape. Nobody will see again. But for you, but like for the pastor's wife, they will tag you. They will tag you in the church. They will drag you. They will drag you on the floor. Even
When the pastor.
and I'll be pastor's wife.
And the pastor, for you not giving your wife what is
And the
biological,
pastor, but for the
religiously hers.
but
not
like for the
able to
pastor,
give her.
they won't drag him more. They won't drag him because like he's a pastor. He's focusing
So
on
he
the
failed his
on the Lord's work.
responsibility to his family, or probably his wife. He's how is it called? Is it conjugal rights?
No, but like sometimes maybe sometimes the pastor also gives her attention, but maybe he doesn't perform. Maybe after some few seconds, no, then he has to be in the spirit. God will call him.
Honestly, pastors don't give their wives the needed attention. I'll tell you for free.
Yeah,
because
true.
they have too much. That is why Paul said, if you can't, do not marry.
Yeah, but like this, but like that society won't be like, oh, pastor, no other or you're single, and that temptation is there. But also to some pastors, they give attention to their members. Okay, there's this one that came out recently. Is it Pastor Ojaba or something like that?
Yes.
No comments.
Yes.
No, there are no comments. I think maybe I'm done. No comments.
Okay, all right. Sure, thank you very much. Ebenezer, what will you do? This young man is in a serious crisis.
Well, I think initially you should have known their best wife, married person. Okay, so she shouldn't have tried it, but rather look for someone of her level and then, do such a thing with that person. When you see right now, there's a big result coming, and if everything, come out, it is going to be a big disgrace to the pastor himself and the pastor's wife and the guy involved. And so I think in the first place, he shouldn't have tempted. I know the desires are there, yeah, violence there is there, but you have to control yourself. You have to discipline yourself. Not different. So I think that is what I would say.
All right, sure. Thank you very much, Ebenezer. Benjamin.
I'm here. So this man right now, why does he want out? Isn't he the one who say he like it? And now they give you the thing, you say you are scared. Why did you go in the first place if you know you will be scared? The thing is there. You say
he didn't know it was going to escalate to that point. He didn't know that the pastor's wife today feel like because his conjugal was worrying her. He know about that.
Imagine.
He didn't know. He was just trying to admire. It's normal for mommy admire you. One word.
Yeah. The thing you say you like it. You say you like. They have given
it was an admiration. It wasn't
now
a
you say,
like
I'm afraid.
What kind?
He said he has been feeling the pastor's husband. He has been. But your pastor's wife, hey, boys get very.
So what should she do? What should he do?
He should stay inside. He should stay and keep quiet. Because right now, he should be inside and keep quiet. You say you like, they've given it to you.
That is more sin. Once it goes to understand.
That one day, you have already condemned yourself. You should just be inside. Probably, you should just avoid sexual relations with the woman and still keep her company and still, because this one there, You can't bring disgrace. You are going to bring disgrace on the woman, her family, and the man and his family, the church in itself. But he himself is not going to really be affected that much. But then the disgrace is going to come on others. So you should just stay inside for their sake and suffer the consequences of his action. Simple and short. For
They say what God has put together, let no man put aside.
and he should be there. He said he liked, he should stay there.
Okay, Dennis, please, what will you do? If you were also mommy is threatening young man that if he doesn't know, he'll get divorced with the husband and shame will be on his head. Dennis,
Well,
what do you think?
How
would you advise a brother?
It's funny because I think first and foremost, where he went to was a dangerous zone. I mean, even if you find yourself anywhere, your pastor's wife, it's that serious. And the woman, I know it's a serious case, but it's quite funny what the pastor's wife is saying, that if the guy wants out, she's going to divorce and then it will be on his head. I mean, that's childish. Why would you even say that? That it will be on his head. It's your marriage. It's your marriage, not his. So if you are saying you are going to divorce your husband, at the end of the day, if a family meeting is called for this to be deliberated on, the young man might not be there, but you, the woman, will be there because you are the pastor's wife. You are going to be there and you are going to receive the disgrace. Probably the young guy or the young man will not be there to also receive his share of the disgrace. So she's saying that it will all be on his head and blah, blah, blah. I think it's just something she's using to trap him. Because I can tell she's enjoying, she doesn't care. And even though 3 abortions have come in, she still hasn't learned her lesson. That's why she would even say that if he wants out, now is the guy regretting, not her. She has not regretted. So I'm sure if he's to still continue, she'll also be willing to continue. So this is quite funny to me.
It has entered her, so she.
Yes. She's not willing to stop. And she's not even afraid. She doesn't have the fear of God.
Maybe, yeah, I think she's being unreasonable at the end of the day. Because I was just saying, oh, I like your coffee, and you gave me coffee to sip. Now you want to put everything on me. Okay, so Mary, what's your take?
I support the Osofumane, not the abortion part, but everything else. Only because so for once, no, it's the Osofumame that's cheating now.
Women supporting women.
But 3 abortions there, that's over.
Why don't they use protection? That's my take. Like, at least you are seeing me. Protect yourselves. You know what?
But I don't know, but like I read somewhere that they said Roy is very sweet, so I don't know. Maybe that's why.
But even then, she should get like family planning. And I'm wondering the relationship that she has with her husband, because I don't think her husband was making her happy, because for her to like easily be like, oh, like Nipane Tro not say or admire Keke, then you're like, oh, let's do it. So I feel like probably she wasn't already happy in the relationship, which is like, at this point, are you trying to leave the marriage or you're trying to stay? With what she's saying to the guy, say, Obekacha Nikonia, there is just worse, because at the end of the day, even if Okacha Okuna, what happens?
What next?
She's just using it to manipulate the guy. The guy should go talk to his friend, the friend that advised him not to write the notes.
That friend is a dangerous one.
Yes.
He's a dangerous one to me. Because why would you advise your friend to at least have the fear of God, man? You know, there are some friends who will push you into evil.
Oh, yeah. Like, imagine people are there praying and they are there plotting how to get the pastor's wife from the pastor. So
Imagine.
he should go back to the friend and say, oh, I'm sorry, but miss, yeah, you know, in Pebium, then see what the yeah.
Okay.
But for the soft mommy there, she should go ahead, but she should leave the husband as well.
Okay, thank you all for joining, and thank you very much. I'll go to the training issues that let's go to our secondary school. I think we've all seen the video of Accra Academy. Yes, a boy using a machete, a cutlass, to put the ass of
Okay, this
his
news to be trending.
It's
of
not.
students.
It's not Accra Academy.
Okay, is it, yeah, okay. Give me the school, please.
It's
Because
ATTC. That's Accra Technical
okay,
something,
okay. Sorry,
and also
my bad.
Kimbu and Kimbu.
Thank you.
Kimbu,
Thank you
yeah,
very
Kimbu
much.
Senior, the one in Tudu.
Okay. Accra Technical Secondary School.
Yeah, it's ATTC. It's Accra Technical something
Technical.
something college.
Okay. Okay. So it's
And
a technical school.
Yeah, that's why. That school they've been known for their rowdiness. But I thought now it has come down. But I think there's a rival between the two of them for long. But
Okay, so
I didn't know it
tell us.
could escalate like this.
Okay.
There's a rival, but I don't know what causes what caused the rival. So anytime there's there were banned some years ago for intercore. Some years ago, back long time, because that school they are very rowdy. Because
But why
most
do
of
that
the
happens a lot in technical with the technical? Because I remember that there was a time that they said can tech bend the whole school.
yeah,
Then why is it always a technical school? Because look, they're always troublesome and they bent a whole school, and there was this is the viral video of student using a machete to whip his fellow student. Like, what is
okay,
going
like
on?
the lashing. Okay, I thought you see there were two videos online. There was one that two schools were fighting, and there was another one that there was a boy lashing, a senior lashing a junior with a machete.
Yes.
So
Yes.
okay, so for the machete one, I don't know about that one. I don't know the school, but for the other one that
So
they
the
were
machete, I think they said it was a crack academy or
okay, for that one, I didn't
So
see
that's what
the
I'm not sure with the school, but that is a training video on
okay.
us. And we have something called Rainbow Party. Do you all know what a Rainbow Party is?
I
It is
don't
in secondary school, and a Rainbow Party is
Rainbow Party in a secondary school
yes
in Ghana.
in Ghana.
Which school? Which
Now,
school?
There's a guy on Twitter, Dick Adams. I think a friend, a mutual friend on Facebook, a friend on Facebook shared it. Johnny La shared it about the things that are happening in secondary schools, and
I think like maybe like we should tag some judge to it.
Pardon?
I think maybe we should tag some judge to it.
He was tagged because the Rainbow Party. Let me explain. It is not the people of the alphabet community.
Oh, really?
This Rainbow Party is students drinking or leaking menstrual blood.
Huh?
Okay, so back when I was in secondary school, there was we used to hear about how we should dispose our sanitary pads because there are students who or people who come around and pick them and send it to those boys' schools or boys and make them they drain, like they put it in water and drain the blood out of it and drink it. It's traditional. It's tradition. It's how we have in the university. Is it Water Hall? No, Commonwealth at University of Ghana doing their Commonwealth week, and there's a lot of, there was a time that they wanted to miss that hostel because of there were a lot of things. It also happened in KNUST. It has not happened in Cape Coast University. Yes, or probably it may never happen, but from this school. But in secondary school, there's something called the rainbow part. That is students drinking menstrual blood. Are we whatever is happening? Those are some of the trending issues, and also the bullying part. What do you think should happen? Because a lot of people are attributing it to free SHS. Do you think free SHS has a role to play in this case? We have a few minutes to go.
Yeah. Can I come in?
Yes, Ebenezer.
So I think this time around the discipline level at the senior high is not so that massive. Okay, so I'll urge the school and then the teachers to discipline the kids very well. They shouldn't give them the laissez-faire freedom to do whatever they like on campus. Okay, yes, they need to discipline them whenever the needs arise. That is what I would say.
All right. Sorry, Benjamin.
Yeah. Okay, so with what Ebenezer said about discipline, we see that even now, as part of some of the laws that were written, I heard that they say caning has been abolished in schools.
Yes,
that
it has.
teachers are not supposed to cane, and even if somebody will
Yes.
cane, it should be the head teacher, and it should be a maximum of 6 canes. I think I read that
Yes.
somewhere. So disciplining in our culture, the way we discipline is different from the way the Westerners discipline. And I think the new amendment that is in, they want us to discipline our kids or ourselves like the way the Westerners discipline. Hey, go to the corner. The silence time for you. Go and keep quiet. But it won't work. I have been beaten. Canes. Today I'm here. And now the disciplining in school has become so liberal that even the teachers have developed apathy when it comes to disciplining children. There's a lack of interest in it. And we see that in the video where the guy was caning or using a machete on a junior. There's nowhere that this will happen in the early ages. And so I would say one, the amendments that is coming in with discipline should be looked at so that disciplining in schools can be enforced. And two, the teacher should also develop some form of interest when it comes to students' discipline. There's student counseling in schools, but it doesn't work. There's a lot of things in our country that doesn't work, and it's all factors that contribute to these actions. So that's a little I would say.
All right, thank you, Dennis.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, so I think now I've been complaining a lot of late because my younger brother is in first year in the senior high school, KTI, and he came home today. I mean, even before coming, I think he called and then he was telling us about this fight between Amas and then KTI, and I think they are saying one school is saying they are going to ban the other school and all of that. And it's raising a lot of concern because now senior high schools, some senior high schools have are popular, or let me say have earned a certain title, a negative title due to past things that they did. I remember when I was in first year, my first experience in schools, I regretted it because KTI boys, what they did to us their first years, and it's that bad. So it makes me ask myself, the teachers, I mean the school authorities, what do they have to say about these things? Because it goes a long way to cause destruction of school property. Kids, the students are injured, a lot of things happen, and it's very bad. I mean, it's very, very bad. It's high time government, or people in authority, take a very close look at what is happening at senior high schools, because it's very bad. And particular senior high schools, there are certain senior high schools that are known for these things. the proudness and a whole lot of issues. There are particular scenarios. I think they should really take a look at that.
All right.
It's
you.
very bad.
Thank you, Mary.
Actually don't, because there's this whole argument of like, you know how we used to get beaten in school or caned in school, and they're saying that's not good. Like it's you shouldn't do that because that's not how kids learn. So there's a whole argument about that. Now, I don't know. Do I think it needs to change? I don't know, because it kind of formed our personality. Like our seniors bullying us, but then again, at least for the girl side, it wasn't like they're hitting you with things. It's more like, oh, boho, or like, go get me this or go get me that. With the boy side, I heard it was more
Physical.
yes, physical, where like they'll take your bed and everything. But even with that, yes, we got to build our personality because of like the whole bullying and all those kind of things. But like there has to be a line somewhere. So like hitting someone with a machete is no. There has to be a line somewhere. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Bernice, and thank you all for joining today. And it was nice having you. It was wonderful. And we are going to continue this conversation next week, Friday. Throughout the month of February, we are going to have every Friday at 7 p.m. We are going to talk about especially relationships, things that are happening, and also some trendy issues. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Francis. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Ebenezer. Thank you, Bernice, and also to my able producer, Gloria. Thank you all for joining, and have a beautiful weekend. Also, remember to follow us on all social media platforms. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and also make sure that you recommend your friends to also follow us on all social media pages, and also on YouTube, on WhatsApp. Sorry, you can join the conversation, and also on WhatsApp as well. So my name is Ellen. It was good having you. Have a good evening.
Thank you.